which we all live together sharing true love. A world with no religious barriers. A world with no racial walls. A world in which we don't look at our differences. That is the world FFWPU and Heavenly Parents Holy Community plan to create. The history of religion has been one of revealing God's existence, while early saints searched for the truth during their lifetimes, even on their road to death. An irreparable wound remained from the era when false love concealed the truth. Like a lighthouse that shone, illuminating one spot alone during the Dark Ages, religious people who aspired for a world of peace raised the torch of conscience, thereby overcoming mankind's inherent crisis.
참 사랑은 다른 사람을 위하여 살라는 가르침으로서 설명될 수 있습니다. 개인은 가정을 위해 살고, 가정은 사회를 위해 살고, 사회는 국가를 위해 살고, 국가는 세계를 위해 사는 것입니다. 마찬가지로 내 종교는 다른 종교를 위해 살아야 한다는 것입니다. 이와 같은 원리는 진리입니다.
From very early on, Dr. Sun Myung Moon and Dr. Hak Jahan Moon have been sounding the alarm of God's existence to atheists among humanity. Because they are true parents sent by God, they revive the Christian spirit in America, like firemen who come to put out a fire, like doctors who come to heal us. With the ideal of realizing one human family under God, True Parents launched the American Clergy Leadership Conference in May 2000, going beyond Christianity in an interreligious movement. Among other faiths, they brought together Islamic and Jewish leaders. In Jerusalem, Israel, a powder keg in the Middle East, they led a peace march with clergy members from all over the world, imploring the faithful that it is time to put an end to religious wars and divisions. They enlightened people from around the world, advocating true love as the means to preserve peace. This movement came to the last divided country on the planet, Korea. In 2017, people from more than 60 countries came to South Korea to pray for peace on the Korean peninsula and peace throughout the world. Around 400 religious leaders, including ACLC members, united with True Parents' vision, thereby forming the Interreligious Association for Peace and Development. Peace starts with me. ACLC members, hand in hand with other religious leaders, are taking the lead in major U.S. cities to build a world of peace.
And you accept people who have commonalities with you. Because when we have commonalities, we can all work together through our commonalities, not in differences. And the world could be a better place. What is delaying the world to be a better place is us judging each other or ignoring commonalities, but we focus on things that set us apart. But if we could look at commonalities, we could work together and we could change this earth, because we're created to change the earth.
On this foundation, Dr. Hak Jahan Moon has worked with clergy members around the world to rebuild broken families and to solve youth problems due to drug addiction and family dissolution. Through the expansion of the True Family movement, she is forging a sacred path, nurturing us back to the state of being Heavenly Parents' true children. Like those who led the March 1st movement 100 years ago for Korea's freedom, the Korean Clergy Leadership Conference will take the lead with God's word and love to bring peace and unification on the Korean peninsula, creating the path for a heavenly unified Korea. The dream of one human family under Heavenly Parent. Just as they did a long time ago, righteous people have cried out for religious reform with the pure wish to serve our heavenly parent. Dr. Hak Jahan Moon founded the World Christian Leadership Conference to bring together Christian leaders from around the world to solve problems prevalent on the planet today.
Mother Moon teaches us we are believers and implementers of the universal God's will for the earth. Even though this global community vision is born out of the rudiments of Christianity, Christianity now is simply the religious tool the universal God is using to bring all interpretations of his divinity to sit at the same table for the salvation of our planet, the elimination of starvation, and world peace.
The World Christian Leadership Conference was created to assemble Korean and American religious leaders who are working to solve or overcome the crises that the world is experiencing today. These leaders became one, tearing down walls between their faiths, opening a path to create a world of peace.
이제 여러분들이 앞장서야 하겠습니다. 여러분들의 각자 기반을 세계적으로 하나로 묶는 WCLC 창립이야말로 하늘 부모님의 꿈, 인류의 소원을 빠른 시간 안에 이루어드릴 수 있는 축복인 것을 기억하기 바랍니다. 거기에 선두에서는 뒤돌아보지 말고 앞으로 달려가는 여러분 모두 의인이며 성직자가 되기를 축원합니다.
The time has come for a new leap forward. We need to move together with one heart to bring about peace in the world. Religious people from around the world will become a light of hope for humanity and transform the world into our shared family home filled with love.